Now, let's begin with a pastor I saw saying something that made sense, raising the next generation. And I heard a lawyer say somewhere that his children are too comfortable and he is not too comfortable about it. He's not a wicked father, no. And I tell people that most of the things I know because I was made to go through the mill, even at home. In my home, there were no chores that were reserved for male or female. So if you call any of my sisters, they can paint. They can do carpentry work. They can do masonry work, basic ones. If you call any of them, they can fix their own light bulb. If you call any of them, they are sharp in terms of their security and their surroundings. If you call any of my brothers, they can get to the kitchen and cook. In my home, there was no chore that was reserved for male or female. I can cook. And you can ask Yabiama about it. You can ask my friends who are near and dear to me. So this current generation that are being raised where children get to school. I remember when I was a child, when you get to school, you have sections, section red, section green, blue, and yellow, and we all had sections. I was a sectional leader for a long time before I became compound prefect in primary school, St. Nicholas Preparatory School. And you would sweep, you would supervise your section, and your section would sweep. And then you will sweep your own classrooms, and then you will dust off the dirt off it, and then you will sit down and learn. When you close, you will sweep again and put your chairs nicely on your tables, and then go home and come back the next morning. It was nice to do it. At least it was morning fatigue for us. For those whose parents they didn't have, my father would let you do some small fatigue at home before you go to school. But these days, the children just are driven to school, 8:30, they are in school, straight they are walking to the classroom. Sometimes they even skip assembly. Nobody is caning them or for coming late. So that mental attitude, that discipline is gone. That's why I'm happy that the National Service is introducing some form of military training, basic military training, at least to shaping and discipline people. These days, you find school children walking to school sluggishly. Their shirts are out, they are not tucked in. Their shirts are out, their shorts are sagged, and when you talk to them, they just look at you, laugh, and then move on. The other time I saw a policeman, he gathered about 20 of them and insisted that they had to tuck in, and they had to do it before he let them all go. Must it come to that before? So the kind of society we are raising, and a lawyer friend said that his children are too comfortable and doesn't feel comfortable. It makes him sad. Because his argument is that today, if he is no more, how would those children survive? There are children who have never eaten kanzo before in their lives. Even for fun, they have not eaten kanzo before. There are children who have never ever seen kanzo before. Chicken bone, they have not broken chicken bone with their teeth before. They don't know how to buy sugar cane and start chewing it the way it is. They don't know, clean it and start chewing. They don't know how it is. So the real thing, I'm not saying that put your children through hardship. I'm saying that there are certain lessons in life that must not be lost on you and your children because you have money per chair. No. Listen to the pastor. Listen to the man of God. Listen to him.
Okay, say. Ono odihia it's the body of omani ni hiada, but that interpretation of uma ni hiano ya Christian to the extent say yema no say sin say obesu anyansa sabio ti e kasi yema ni hia wonya he dan say yema ko SU camp ye kosra o the teacher ne ba ko ka kire say enkola no ba ko ba camp no ne ya de prayer share ni nsem no o say auntie I've not hold broom before. And we said, who does it for you? And Nanny in the house. She has been doing everything. And Titia, what the man no well, who bray, and Tima Bamre, Ebino no. Yeah, and says, so your baba, limited me baba manu, or Bako. The things that made us who we are, we can't, but we are departing from them. Oh, Baba, no, one so brumu, and so me baba may, or to teach us, we are not teaching them the way. We are not. And obi asem o kan ni say ono odi hia enti ne ba de o ma ni hia da. But that interpretation of woman ni hia no ya twist no to the extent say yema no say sin say obesua nyansa sa bi o. Ti e kan say yema ni hia won ye hwe. Dan say yema ko SU camp ye kosra ho ne teacher ne ba ko ka kire say enkola no ba ko ba camp no ne ya de prayer share ni nsem no. O say auntie I've not hold broom before. And we said, who does it for you? And Nanny in the house. She has been doing everything. And Titia, what the man no well, who bray, and Tima Bamre, Ebino no. Yeah, Yanni says, so your baba, limited to me, Baba Manu, or Baba Wareno. The things that made us who we are, we can't, but we are departing from them.
We're departing from them. We don't pound fufu anymore. We would rather go and blend the fufu. If we don't go and blend it outside, we'll blend it at home. But we forget that pounding fufu itself is a form of exercise for us. We don't chew sponge anymore because we have toothpaste and toothbrush. But we forget that we are exercising our jaws and the muscles in our faces when we chew sponge. We don't apply inku again, so you would have to pick some and then smear it this way. We forget that we'll be exercising our muscles and all of that. Energy. We have forgotten all those things. Everything is now soft life. And that is why people are 26, 28, 30, and they have BP. They have all manner of underlying conditions because they are eating all the junk food. They think that our local foods don't make sense anymore. Abomu doesn't make sense anymore. Komi keshito with sliced onion, fresh onion doesn't make sense anymore. They think that most of our foods don't make sense anymore. I'm saying that just these three things. We don't pound fufu anymore. Even pounding fufu with your wife or with your mother or whoever it is, there's a certain connection because while you pound, you have conversations. While you pound, there's some energy that you are exerting. While you pound, you are exercising the entirety of your body. We don't do that anymore. We don't use chapia because if you are using chapia, you'd be moving your hands up and down. So you'll be exercising. We don't do that. We don't do that anymore. There are many things we don't do these days. And we think it's fashionable. It's okay. We see the raw fruits on the streets. We don't eat them. We would rather go and buy preserved fruits or fruits that have been blended and preservatives have been added onto it. It's in canned. It's so flashy and nice. It's there with expiry dates that can be cleaned on the blind side of the FDA and reprinted. And we are happy about it. We are killing ourselves with our own money. Wake up. Now let's move.